niggas tryna get it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Hit that house, they tell me, is you with it, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Home invasion was persuasive. What's persuasive? What's persuasive? From 9 to 5, I know it's vacant, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Dreams of living life like rappers do. Like rappers do, like rappers. Back when condom rappers wasn't cool. They wasn't cool, they wasn't. I fucked Shireen and went to tell my bros. Tell my bros, tell my Then Usher Rain and Let It Burn came on. That burn came on, that burn came on. Hot sauce all at night, I rhyming, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Park the car, then we start rhyming, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. The only thing we had to free our mind. Free our mind. Then freeze that verse when we see dollar signs. See dollar signs, see dollar signs. You looking like an easy come up, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Hey, silver spoon, I know you come from, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. And that's a lifestyle that we never knew. We never knew. Go at a rapping for the revenue. Go Holly Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of the gun lives forever.
The one in front of the gun forever.
And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways, just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just fuck your main bitch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might say fuck them niggas that you game with, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just make that lane switch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might turn to $1 million and we all rich, that's just how I feel. Dreams of living life like rappers do. Like rappers do, like rappers. Bump that new E40 after school. Way after school, way after. You know big ballin' with my homies. Earl Stevens had us thinking rational. That's rational. Back to reality, we pour, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Another casualty at war, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. 2 bullets in my Uncle Tony head. My Tony head, my Tony. He said one day I'll be on tour, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. That Louis burgers never be the same. Won't be the same, won't be the same. A Louis Belder never ease that pain. Won't ease that pain, won't ease. But I'ma purchase when that day is jerking. That day is jerking. Pull off at churches with Pirelli skirting. Pirelli skirting. Gang signs out the window, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. Hoping all of them offend you, yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch. They say your hood is a pot of gold. A pot of gold. And we go crash it when nobody's home. Holly Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect the shooter, but the one in front of the gun lives forever.
The one in front of the gun forever.
And I've been hustling all day, this away, that away, through canals and alleyways, just to say, money trees is the perfect place for shade, and that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just fuck your main bitch, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might say fuck them niggas that you game with, that's just how I feel. Nah, $8 might just make that lane switch, that's just how I feel. $8 might turn to $1 million and we all rich, that's just how I feel.
Be the last one out to get the stove. No way, love one of you bucket-headed hoes. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they on patrol. No way, be the last one out to get the stove. No way, love one of you bucket-headed hoes. No way, hit the streets and we break the code. No way, hit the brakes when they on patrol.
Imagine rock up in them projects where them niggas pick your pockets. Santa Claus don't miss them stockings. Liquor spilling, pistols popping, baking soda, y'all whipping. Ain't no turkey on Thanksgiving. My homeboy just domed a nigga. I just hope the Lord forgive him. Pots with cocaine residue. Every day I'm hustling. What else is a thug to do when you eat cheese from the government? Gotta put 5 for my daughter and them. Get the fuck up out my way, bitch. Got that drum and I got them bands just like a parade, bitch. Drop that work up in the bushes. Hope them boys don't see my stash. If they do tell the truth, this the last time you might see my ass. From the gardens where the grass ain't cut, them serpents lurking blood. Bitches selling pussy, niggas selling drugs, but it's all good. Broken promises, still your watch and tell you what time it is. Take your J's and tell you to kick it where a falaka is. In the streets with a heater under my dungarees. Dreams of me getting shaded under a money tree.
Holly Berry or Hallelujah. Pick your poison, tell me what you do. Everybody go respect That's just how I feel.
Kendra, just bring my car back, man. I called in for another appointment. I figured you weren't going to be back here on time anyway. Look, shit. I just want to get out the house, man. This man is on one. He feeling good. And a motherfucker. Shit, I'm trying to get my thing going, too. I'm going to Maryland house. Just bring my car back. Shit, he faded. He feeling good. Look, listen to him.
You got a big old fat ass, girl. Girl, I want your body. I want your body because of that big old fat ass, girl.
See, he as hell. Shit, he ain't even tripping off them dominoes no more. Just bring the car back.
Did somebody say dominoes?
Venom. Venom. My, if you ever heard what I heard in the night, what fright must have been a parasite in my past life. I don't wanna ever come down from a high. My soul was sending to the sky. Guess it's you and I, gone but I'm feeling too alive. Trying to get me out of spite. Someone's gotta pay, I ain't talking big amount. Some kind of physical pain, some kind of traumatic shit. Niggas wanna see dead bodies, probably not there, running with no automatic clips. Moving scatty, all erratic and shit. Niggas pussy licking batty and shit. Oh, you mad? Then come at me, you prick. Make a move, better pattern it quick. I assume you'll be coming for blood. That makes two of us, that makes two of us. Venom. 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 True as a stick up, hands in the air, put the money in the bag, all cash, all cash. Venom. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh my god. Oh, I didn't think I'd be going back to this dumb shit, but let's throw it back. I'm bored, and I had to watch this shit earlier today. This is the single worst Andor take I have ever seen in my entire fucking life. Excuse my speaker. It does this every 5 seconds, and there are days I genuinely want to smash the shit out of it. I'm going to probably have to look and turn something off because holy fuck. But anyways, that's the Bluetooth thing doing some weird shit. Actually, no, it's not even the Bluetooth thing. That is... that's just the plug-in thing. Okay, so I watched this god-awful take that she said. I don't even know how to explain this. Is it rage baiting, or are you just genuinely this stupid? Now, Andor, in my opinion, is the greatest Star Wars that I have ever seen since Empire Strikes Back. I don't think it's even remotely comparable. But here's the thing about Star Wars fans that I think is a problem with certain sectors of the fan base. There are people who are grown with Star Wars, and then there are people that, I'm just going to say it, you want Star Wars to basically just end. Because if Star Wars cannot progress to its full potential, let's just end the franchise. Just call it a day. Park it. Nah, dude. We are all grown adults. Star Wars meant something because it was supposed to grow with us, not because holy fucking shit. Wow, we were kids when we loved this shit, but it's now just kind of stupid like the Teletubbies. No, that's not what Star Wars should have been. But anyways, I just wanted to say that because, like, you got this whole thing of Star Wars theory who look like an idiot over this shit. Then you got people like this dumb chick who look just as equally stupid over this shit. And I understand there's a certain section of the fan base that don't want to grow up because, I'm sorry, they're a bunch of pussies. And I'm just going to be derogatory about it. You people are fucking cowards. I see why a lot of y'all were looked at as just like kind of touched. Now, there was one dude on Chris's channel that said the same thing. I'm not going to say his name, but he's retarded. I'm sorry, but he's not. He's a fucking retard. There's just no other fucking way to put it. He's a fucking full-fledged dumbass. I don't need to say the name, but if anyone knows what I'm talking about, Nick Chris knows what I'm talking about, sort of got, you know what? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Why does it do that? It's plugged in, for fuck's sake. Anyways, my fucking speaker acting the fuck up. But he's a fucking idiot. Chris knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about. Probably gonna laugh his ass off when he watches the stream back because we both know what we're talking about. But he said, "Oh, we shouldn't have essay in Star Wars because, oh my god, like this is for kids." And shut the fuck up, bruh. You bitches were perfectly fine back in the day having Mace Windu decapitate a motherfucker on live. Mace Windu decapitated a Mandalorian, and we're all like, whatever, that's cool. We all good with seeing motherfuckers get burnt alive, turned into barbecue. but the hint of SA in a fucking empirical rule from a fascist regime of psychopaths led by a child killer and an old man who sent the hit out on said children. Let's all act like Star Wars is supposed to be just a childish fairy tale. Bruh, if that's the case, then I'm done watching this shit. What the fuck do I keep watching this crap for? My God, fuck that. I'm out. Nah, miss me, nigga. Miss me. I'm out. I got better shit to do. I'm 20. I'm damn near 28. I got time for that shit. You kiddos can watch that shit all you want. Go to fuck ahead, but I'm 28. I'd rather watch adult shit. I watch The Wire, motherfucker. I ain't watching this shit. Now I watch Skeleton Crew because it's kind of cute. But is that what you guys really want to go back to, Skeleton Crew? Then there's the other take from some of these morons. There's actually one retard on her comment section, and I called him out saying all you did was recycle the same take every other fucking full-fledged dipshit who has no taste in media. Oh, Star Wars has been so bad because it's so bad, so terrible that this show's overrated because of this how bad the other Star Wars looks in comparison. Yeah, dude, I don't just always watch Star Wars like you because I have taste in media. So no, I'm just telling you it's fucking phenomenal television because it's phenomenal television. It has nothing to do with comparing it to other Star Wars shows. Yes, The Acolyte was complete garbage. Ahsoka, I liked and then disliked. We all have those. I hated season 3 of Mandalorian, by the way. And then and then again, they try to compare it to Mandalorian. It's same to a Mandalorian. No. Mandalorian was never overhyped. Mandalorian just had great marketability with Baby Yoda and the aesthetic of the show. It was just fun. You take a little nice journey through the galaxy of Star Wars with a little Baby Yoda looking creature. That's why people liked it. They weren't calling it cinema, you fucking morons. That's how stupid her audience is, by the way. That guy's a fucking moron. And people like that, I look at like, dude, you have to be stupid to say shit like this that's just recycled by other stupid people. And it's fine if you don't like the show. I get it. But when your reasoning is it's tarnishing the legacy of Star Wars, I'm going to look at you like you're a fucking idiot. And I'm sorry if you take offense to that. Because I'm pretty sure you're going to take offense to a lot of other things in life that people are going to look down on you upon. Anyways, let's watch this dumb shit. I apologize for anything and everything said in this god-awful take. I remember back in the day when I used to do Anna streams, they were popping, bro. Like, everyone just loved. Now, Anna's so irrelevant, and it's a good thing. The world is healing, by the way. No one cares. They just think she's stupid, which I've been saying for the last 5 years and was called a dickhead misogynist for. Well, hey, where's my flowers? 6 years ago, I told y'all she was stupid. Come on. Miss Jawa Land Cruiser over here. Yeah, she's not even a real Star Wars fan. All that shit behind you is just a facade you put on for marketing. You ain't shit. Okay, I'm done with my antagonistic takes on today. I just want to watch this shit, and I'm going to judge this for what it is. Horrible. Rubbish. Trash. Garbage. I could be watching the Knicks-Pacers game, but that game's over. The Pacers ain't taking this seriously, bro. They just going. Sure, the Pacers are just getting the game fucking game 6. Just getting to game 6, bro. Just get to game 6, close that shit out the crib, get out of there. All right, this is what it is. All right, straight, just gentleman, outage. Reality, they're gonna probably smoke these motherfuckers at the crib. I knew this was coming. I said this. One of two things is gonna happen. New York's gonna come back in this series and get smoked in Game 7 because it's fucking the Knicks and it's hilarious, or Indiana's just gonna play this game like shit because they got Game 6 in the bag, like a lot of teams do in series, and they're just gonna close out the crib. Do I condone that? No, I say go out and kill the ass now. But hey, you do you, boo boo. You pay for your shit, right? All right, let's get on to it. I apologize in advance.
Droids and Wookiees, it's Anna, also known as that Star Wars girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about Andor because season 2 dropped with the first 3 episodes, and boy, are they causing some controversy.
Really not. I remember the reaction was it's kind of slow, but if you have an IQ over, I don't know, a goldfish, you'd understand how Andor works. They're just setting up the ending. They're basically setting up for like the it's a build-up. They're building up for for later in the season. These are all setup episodes, things that you're going to look back and go, oh, that's why they did this, and this. It's all setup episodes to kind of build out what you want to do with the season. So I knew it was going to be slow to begin with. Me and Chris kind of said that. I remember I told him, I said exactly, it's going to be slow. It is going to be slow. All right. I was actually kind of shocked they started with the whole tie. Oh God, wait till you hear what she says about this shit. The tie, what she calls the thing, the tie Avenger scene. It's actually called a tie Avenger. No shit, I found this out. Tie Avenger. I thought it was a tie Interceptor, but it's apparently a tie Avenger. I don't know. I did not see them going that hard to begin with in that scene, which is really great because it gives you something to have, knowing the episodes 1 through 3. You knew they were going to be slow.
And to address the elephant in the room, the grape scenes that are the implied and then later on like attempt at grape scenes that are, yes, actually in a Star Wars show. And remember, guys, Star Wars is a kids show.
That's the problem with people like this. They talk about Star Wars being such a kids thing. Bitch, are you serious? No, let's just because we had to take seriously that George Lucas put in a bunch of little furry bears. The whole intention was there's supposed to be a bunch of murderous, sick fucks. Those little bears were just not done well because of the technology or the aesthetic at the time. They didn't know how to actually make them terrifying. If you were to actually pitch the murder bears, which they were originally supposed to be called, if you were going to really sit there and pitch that idea today, those things would be horrifying. This is the same Star Wars that I could tell you right now, the story of Jedi Survivor, the game. All right, if you haven't played the Jedi series with Cal Kestis, I would suggest you do it if you want to break from how god awful some of the Disney shit is. That was awesome. That storyline is nothing of a child storyline. It's an absolute adult storyline. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is one of the most adult storylines I've ever seen in Star Wars. Yes, like you're telling me watching people get murdered in front of me, watching people lose their lives, be betrayed, watching having to be hit with hallucinations of watching your friends die over and over again. You're telling me this is a kids thing, though? Okay, all right. I mean, yes, a Star Wars geared kind of towards kids, yeah, but are the movies still like PG-13? Yeah, for a reason. You tell me the same series that showed the genocide of an entire fucking monk culture. Monk night culture over here getting genocided. Oh, kid shit, right? You watch the same Revenge of the Sith that I did, bitch? Because I need to have that conversation with you. Did you watch the same one that I did? Because I don't. I watched as a kid. That didn't seem like kid friendly to me. That's at the tone for how people are going to view Star Wars forever. Empire Strikes Back. You thought that was kiddie shit, huh? You know, having to find out probably the greatest twist in cinematic history, and then homeboy got his arm cut off. Kid shit. I laugh at the idiocy of this because once again, she does this shit where she sarcastically says that and tries to flip it out on people that don't even apply to this. People who love Andor have nothing to really do with this type of sentiment. It's basically her trying to meld people together that have nothing to do with one another. The reality is Andor is just a phenomenally well-written show because it took its time to show you the importance and the absolute fucking significance of building an absolute rebellion regime to rise up against the the empire. You do understand that war isn't pretty, right? You know, and I'm not trying to make this about a certain Middle Eastern subject that Hassan Piker has driven into the ground for views and money because he doesn't give a flying fuck about any of those poor kids that are dying over there. He's lying to you and he's a piece of shit. All right, there's my daily fuck Hassan rant for the day. But for the record, you do understand Star Wars is based on real shit, right? So when you say shit like that, you're basically not understanding what George Lucas was trying to say the whole time. Of course, there was things like that going on. Why is it so far fetched to think that that wouldn't go on in Star Wars? So let me get this straight. We all can sit there and believe the greatest Jedi at the time, the hero, walked in and slaughtered a bunch of kids. We're all good with that. We're all good. That was cool. Obi-Wan and Yoda walked in with their corpses on the ground. Then they played the fucking hologram video of him slaughtering the kids, by the way, and had Obi-Wan had to stare at that with paint. God damn, that movie's fucking cruel. Holy shit, I just realized that movie's cruel as shit. You know how cruel that is? We good with that. But implied SA. Oh, that's just too far in a imperial regime that was genociding people. That you're telling me there aren't a few people that joined the Empire to be sadistic fucks. If you actually paid attention to the Bad Batch, they joined the Empire to be sadistic. They wanted to be stormtroopers because these weren't clone troopers. They discontinued the clone troopers idea, then enlisted psychos, sick fucks, people who wanted to commit awful fucking crimes. And you're shocked. This is basically too far for Star Wars that someone wanted to somewhere in the galaxy wanted to, commit some SA? What are you, fucking stupid?
It's about space wizards with laser swords, and if you
No, it's not. That again, who actually thinks that? That's never been Star Wars, dog. No. Let's just rewind that shit. If you watch the original trilogy, it was never just about a space wizard with a green saber going around fighting his dad over some family beef or some shit. I don't know what's going on over there. No, sweet. No. It was two sides. There was the Force side, the balance of the Force or whatever. But the rebellion, the rising up against the Imperial, there's two sides. Even the Empire has two sides to the house. You don't pay attention. There's one side of the Empire that is the Force Coven religious side, the Church Coven side, run by Vader and his weird ass. And did you know Vader brought back? Seriously, he's so petty. He brought back the fucking Inquisitor, the Grand Inquisitor, just to fuck with him. What a petty asshole! God, I love that guy. There's that side, the Church Coven side. But Palpatine was so smart. He wanted that side, but he also wanted to face the Empire with the ISB, the spies, all that shit, the politics, all of it. You rule politics, you can control the narrative. And you control the narrative, you can just keep on a machine for decades, which he did. That's how the unworthy machine, sorry, taking a line from Dagan there, was basically went in. That was the whole point. So Star Wars was not just about space wizards and laser swords, dumbass. No one's ever said that. And if you did, you just don't understand Star Wars.
You criticize in any way, shape, or form, well, you're just an overgrown man baby living in your mother's basement.
No one talks like that anymore. It's 2025, sweetheart. We call them Zionists now. Okay? Get the word? Zionist. You thought you were so smart for that. No. It's called Zionism. That's what all the annoying little SJWs say now. And not SJWs, now they're Free Palestine. That's what those people are now on Twitter. They've evolved. Get with the times.
Right. So remember that. The same people.
Nope, not the same people at all. Absolutely not. People who love Andor are not the same people as that. Yes, granted, are some of them like that, taking it to use it for their agenda with the, again, aforementioned Free Palestine movement. Yes, those are those weirdos. A lot of us don't really care or claim those fucking full-fledged retards. They can sit over there and do what the fuck they want to do. We don't like hearing from them. In fact, I'm getting blocked by them on Twitter all the time. Damn you, Elon! Here's why. Elon is such a jackass. He actually made Twitter even worse because you can't even, when you get blocked, you still see these fucking losers' tweets. I'm like, what's the point of blocking or being blocked if I have to see this idiot? No, I don't want to see this loser-ass dork. Oh, like I see this little EOS Sky fan who beats his meat to her every night probably. And he's just like, and I'm like, why am I seeing this guy's tweet if he blocked me? Or she, whatever the fuck it is. And I don't care. I'm like, but why am I seeing this fucking retard? I'm glad they blocked me. I would here. That's how much I think of them. Literal less than spit. They're garbage. Can I not see them? No. Elon disabled the part of the whole point of blocking where everyone has to see each other. No, Elon. No. The whole point is I don't have to see these people. What a dick. Anyways, so yeah, but no. Don't you keep glomming everyone in together, and that's just not the case. Especially when people on your side are like riding this show. I mean, Snarky J out there is literally like you, but hotter and doing what you're doing, but she understands the show. That must suck, huh?
That would, get on me and other people like me that were criticizing Disney Star.
Nope. Not at all, because those same people are praising Andor.
Wars. Oh, it's just for kids show, and those are the same people that are defending the fact that there is now grape in Star Wars.
Okay, so what is your entire point here? So your point, just to break this down again. God, it feels so good to be roasting this chick again. Let me check the Knicks game real quick. Indiana's trying. Never mind. Indiana's like a thorn in the ass, man. Like they won't kind of go away, but nah. Dallas is gonna lose. You suck, Dallas. Bunch of clowns. And other than that, there's really no other sports. Oh yeah, college softball. That's great. God, put football back on. Put football back on, please. God. God. We all need football back so bad. I saw the NCAA 26 trailer. I'm excited. Not really. I'm just excited because it's something to do, and it's to get in the season, bro. Spirit, the fucking spirit. You gotta understand. You don't if you're not a real football fan, you just don't get it. It's cool. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm just trying. What's your point here? Your whole point, just to put it down, just to hash it down here. Your point is that your point is that, oh wow, these people ripped on us back in the day because we said Star Wars needs to be, excuse me, Star Wars needs to be better written or whatever, but this is a kids thing. You're grown adults. You should. Yeah, I don't know who said that to you, but we never saw that. And I was around here for 5 to 6 years watching you do the same shit you're doing now. So I don't know what you talk about, dog. You're gonna have to come up with a better line here.
Does it make any sense? No. But yes, it's
I shit you not, that is the dumbest reasoning to dislike a show I've ever heard.
There, it does happen, and it is just as bad.
God, girl is a master rage baiter. I'll give it that. She has no actual intelligence or content worth a damn, but rage baiting motherfuckers. Woo, she's good. She's good.
If not worse, as what you guys are probably thinking. Now, this is my tweet that I have pulled up.
This is the dumbest representation of this entire scene, and I cannot understand how you took that from that scene. Wow. I don't know how you got that in your head to do this, but watch Andor season 2. Yep, it's real. An Imperial officer tries to essay Bix using the power dynamic that she's an illegal and he can deport her. It's beyond fucking retarded and doesn't belong in Star Wars. Are you like stupid, or are you trying to be stupid? You're actually telling me it's stupid an Imperial officer is trying to use the power dynamic that he would abuse his power? Are you dumb? We're talking about the same ISB agents that again used a former Jedi spy to infiltrate my fucking crew. I'm still mad about Survivor to this day. Fuck that guy, man. Fuck Bode. Ooh, I should have. If it was up to me, I would have emptied the whole clip in his fucking face. That's the way the dark side, I know. But yeah, I'm going to this. Fuck that shit. See, I've been saying this forever. Cal Kestis has the right mentality. You Jedi didn't. If it was 50 cal, we call them 50 cal, like 50 caliber, plus 50 cal, like .50 caliber bullets. We call them 50 cal Kestis. If that was Cal in that goddamn room with a purple lightsaber pointing at fucking Palpatine, he's going, before he even said the second I'm weak, Cal would have unloaded the entire blaster in his fucking face. You want to know why? Because fuck that motherfucker. I ain't got time for this shit. When you piss me off, sitting there holding the damn lightsaber, listen to Anakin's dumb ass babbling. I would have cut his head off by now. I would have said, oh, okay, bam, would have been done. Fuck that dude. You know what fucking trouble that guy's caused? You damn right I'm gonna execute him. And you were sitting there hesitating? I'm not listening to Anakin. I would have cut his head off. Fuck that shit. You goddamn right I would have killed him instantly. Not even no hesitation. You know what I mean? Hell, I would have been so savage. I would have fucking force pushed him out the damn window. I would have literally looked at Anakin with really, dog, and then force put the window. All right, come over, dog. We gonna talk about you. We gonna need to talk to you about therapy or some shit. You need therapy, dog. Come talk to Yoda. What happened? Oh shit, you have no idea how absolutely fucking hilarious some of the shit is. Like fuck you, bro, man. I'm sorry, it's shocking. The ISB, who again sent a Jedi spy. This is just some of the things that they do. They're literally the secret police of the Empire. But you're shocked that one of them is such a sick fuck that he was trying to use his power to do something fucked up. Are you kidding me? We're talking about the Empire here, right? The people The same regime that George Lucas has said that he based on the Nazis? Are we what? My mind's blown. Like Star Wars fans are like really stupid. The problem with great Star Wars is you have to understand that once you give it to Star Wars fans, the section of the fan base that really thinks Star Wars is all about laser swords and Ewoks flying around like dumbasses, really don't get the whole magic behind Star Wars, and then they get shocked when the magic happens in their face. I ain't saying you gotta like the show, but dear God, your reasoning's horrible.
And this is basically the synopsis of it. An Imperial officer tries to great fix using the power dynamic that she's an illegal, and he...
I don't know how you got that. I don't know how you got there. How did you get there? Did you get there from the Jawa Land Cruiser you were cruising in? Because this ain't, the math ain't math in here. How did you get that? That's the last thing I thought about watching that scene was the U.S. deportation issue. As if every country doesn't deport fucking people that aren't citizens. You idiot.
He can deport her. No, I'm not kidding. That's the actual plot.
I really wish you were kidding because I cannot believe you're dead seriously this stupid.
Premise. It's dumb and it honestly has no place.
Yes, it is dumb, which is why it didn't happen.
In Star Wars, and I see people on my timeline going crazy because they're like, oh, but this is so modern. It's like, guys, Star Wars isn't supposed to be modern. It takes place...
I'm so sorry. Star Wars isn't supposed to be modern. What? So, wait, hold on. Star Wars is supposed to be modern, right? Okay, keep going.
In a galaxy far, far away. It's not present-day California or Texas.
I'm gonna laugh because the things that are gonna come out of my mouth are gonna be just gold. So it's not supposed to be based on real life shit, according to Andor. Somehow Star Wars is not based on anything in reality at all. Okay, the fucking goddamn psychopath murdering people is shaped like a samurai. The Imperial Samurai Order. That's one start. They're also based on knights. That's why they're called Jedi Knights and monks, warrior monks. But in Anna's mind, the hamster is just doing overtime up in there. Star Wars is completely made out of thin air. We base the entire Imperials on Nazis here, bro. I can't. It's not even modern. Like, dude, we're talking deportation and like enforcing borders has been a thing for centuries. You unbelievable moron. Yes, that has nothing to do with current day politics. Good Lord. You know, I don't like saying shit like this, but that's essentially sound like a complete asshole. Good thing that you're pretty, because holy shit, the shit that comes out of your mouth is Denim's grade stupid. I thought Denims was stupid, but this is like Anissa Jomha territory. You're hitting Anissa Jomha territory, sweetheart. Woo!
Right? It's not the United States of America that is dealing with, immigration problems.
Enforcing sovereign borders has been a thing forever. What the fuck, dude? I can't. My brain hurts.
No, it's Star Wars in a galaxy far, far away. Putting in this current day news headline.
I am so sorry how the fuck you somehow made this leap from point A to point retard. But holy hell, this is the worst take she's ever had. And that's saying something. I could have an entire Hall of Fame that I could probably send to Kino Casino right now of the worst takes this chick's ever had. And it might beat it all. And that's sad. Because she has takes that make you think, holy hell, people must have thought you were really, really uneducated. Because, Lord, this is bad. Oh, I can see why they're clowning her for this take. This is bad. Wow. Does it get worse?
Clickbait stuff in Star Wars, it's not going to age well. And it doesn't make any sense, nor does it belong there, nor is it even entertaining. Which is my key point. If you guys are
it's not entertaining, yet everyone's laughing at you because they find it entertaining.
going to be making Star Wars and telling stories, they at the very least have to be entertaining. This just isn't. And I'm
I love it. It's just not entertaining. Sure, if you have the attention span of a fucking child, sure, dog. Sure, Jan. Let's go with that. You don't even know how Andor works. The whole point is that the first few episodes are supposed to be slow and gritty. They build up and up and up for storyline. Apparently, we can't have that in Star Wars. We can't have anything that actually has a bit of writing and depth to it. It's all gotta be stupid, jumping around with laser swords. All gotta be the same thing every which way, all the time, never fucking changing. Oh, 7 swing states. It's gonna be fucking huge. Gonna be insane. Gonna drop the N-bomb, the nuclear N-bomb. I swear to God. The fact that Trump did that shit is so fuck. That dude does not give a fuck. I can't stand that man, but I laugh my ass off. That dude says, "I'm gonna drop the N-bomb. I'm gonna drop the N-bomb. Nuclear. Like, are you seriously really making a joke right now about nuclear bombs, motherfucker? Are you kidding me?" And he knew what he was doing because, dude, I can swear to God, the reporter's looking at him like, "Oh my fucking God, are you really fucking with me right now, dude?" And I knew what he was doing instantly. I said, "He is really making a word play out of the word nuclear. What a fucking dick." Fuck that guy. Oh my God. Oh my God. we're so cooked.
I'm going to explain why. Now, as you guys can see up here on the screen, I have 4 pictures because they basically represent the 4 different plot lines that we see throughout all 3 of these episodes. Now, I'm going to start with Andor because even though the show is named after him and it's supposed to be a show about him, he actually has the least amount of screen time and storyline in all 3 of these episodes.
Yes, because if you actually, when you watch the full show put together, that there's a good reason for that. But you're about as intelligent as a fucking empty soda can rolling down the goddamn road. So I wouldn't expect you to get that now, huh?
You guys are thinking, that's weird. So the show's basically about 3 women? Yes. Yes, it is.
The old strong female lead argument. Oh, here we fucking go. This is always what they go to. Oh, strong female lead women. Oh God, I forgot. Most of your audience is allergic to vagina, so they fucking sit there and scare it off. I forgot. Most of your audience makes women drier than a Sahara. I forgot. Y'all are the reason that women would rather choose a bear, not because they're scared of men. No, it's because holy fuck, maybe the bear has a better chance of fucking me than these fucking loser cucks fucking watching this idiot. That's why. Oh God, the fucking Ian goddamn Jomaz of fucking Star Wars. I forgot. That's her audience. Seriously, bro. Are you kidding me? I can't understand how a generation of boys and of young men and boys are becoming such bitches. And I'm sorry I gotta be like that. But a woman gets you so fucking terrified in any which way of a storyline. You are a bitch, dude. I will look at you like a little bitch. How in the hell is that a thing? I guess y'all and then y'all will be the same ones that call someone a soy boy or gay because they disagree with the statement, but you're the ones that are afraid of women. It just doesn't make any sense. So weird.
Bait and switch.
Weird.
There you go. You guys were thinking it, but I said it.
Yeah, sure. I watched the whole show, you fucking moron. And it wasn't bait and switch, you fucking dumb bitch. Really nicely done. Seriously, bait and switch? Are you fucking kidding me? God, you can't tell any bit of storytelling in Star Wars, dude. You gotta be stupid. Oh no! The character that we're watching isn't in the show all the time, and the storylines are not just around them. I feel like I was lied to. Oh, okay, dipshit. Go fucking get my order.
You guys want to know how exciting Andor is in his own show? Like this, oh my gosh, epic plot, which is, the reason why he's basically non-existent in all 3 episodes. Well, the show starts off
because they're building out the season. This all ages terribly, by the way. This entire video ages so terribly.
With him stealing a TIE Inceptor, except
it's not a TIE Inceptor, idiot. It's a TIE Interceptor. It's a fucking TIE Inception, idiot. What is this? Inception, or the walls are like the fucking entire like galaxy's closing in like a fucking puzzle cube, and the only way you can fucking stop it is by flying this tie and scepter. I mean, that's the only way I can make your incredibly stupid statement look any bit fucking cool. But I failed at that. I apologize, because what? Gosh, like nothing beats Jawa Land Cruiser though. That was her greatest fucking idiot moment. But all right, tie and scepter. We'll all it's a TIE Avenger, by the way, but even then, most of us probably thought it was a TIE Interceptor, but I'm pretty sure this was a special model, the TIE Avenger. You know, like the retard Avengers, which I'm pretty sure Anna's going to be a hell of a main character in.
He doesn't know how to fly a TIE Interceptor. He doesn't even know how to work the gadget.
She said it again. Oh my God, she doubled down. You actually fucked up the one time, and then you actually doubled down on the fuck up, and then said it again.
It's in a TIE Interceptor, and it's...
She did it a third time. It's 3. That's a 3 strikes you're out rule. Oh my God. No. Wait. Whoa. Did she do it a second? She did it a third time. By the way, congratulations to New York Knicks. You're going to Game 6. Indiana really does not give a fuck. I knew they were going to come out looking like this. They said, we out here just to get to Game 6, dog. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, man. Oh, I love movie people, bro. They just, the world would be so much better off if people stop listening to the internet. Like the Lilo and Stitch thing. I'm watching all these people on the internet trash it, but no one gives a fuck, so that's why it keeps earning money. And I'm grateful for that, because movies are a lot better. You don't have these fucking retards in your ear telling you it's bad.
It's just a perfect illustration of how the Empire are absolute idiot morons that don't know how to, stop someone from stealing their own property.
I'm sorry. Are you new to Star Wars or something? They literally allowed a bunch of morons to walk into the Death Star. What? How is that your criticism? They allowed Obi-Wan Kenobi to distract Darth Vader and then like disappear like a space fart. And then they all flew out in a Millennium Falcon. We're all cool with that. They literally got beat because they had a flaw in the Death Star that got leaked out like a fucking TMZ press release and got blown up. But now it's like a big criticism to call it the Empire for being stupid. Now that's a criticism now. Bitch, Star Wars is based on the Empire being stupid. What are you talking about? Cal Kestis walked into an ISB station and slaughtered everyone like it was nothing. And that's before he got pissed off and slaughtered everyone again. I've never laughed so fucking hard at a review in my life. Like, this is Star Wars, bro. That's the point. I'm done.
And so he steals the TIE Interceptor. He breaks down an...
She did it a 4th time. She's actually done it a 4th. She keeps saying it. TIE Interceptor. It's Interceptor. And it's still wrong. But God.
Outer space. He crash lands on this planet. And there's people there that were
And then we go on to the movie Inception, led by Leonardo DiCaprio.
Abandoned, but not abandoned, because their team, I guess, took the ship to go back to save other people. And so there's this weird kind of power dynamic. Well, Andor is held prisoner by these people, even though he tries over and over again to tell them that they are on the same team.
Yes, someone crash lands in your territory, and he's telling you you're on the same side, dressed in Imperial garb. So by Anna's logic, the communication's bad that they don't believe him. I shit you not. This is her logic. Watch.
Great communication skills, by the way. And
yep, great communication skills, because they're okay. Okay, keep going.
It ends up with them coming down to like a shoot off where some people have his ship and he's tied up on their broken ship, and then there's animals and they're like, okay, we're gonna have a face off instead of just killing each other. And guys, get this, the way that they decide who's going to be in charge and the ceasefire, they play a game of rock, paper, scissors, and the best out of 5 wins.
Sweetheart, you grew up fucking idolizing a movie that had a bunch of fucking little little fucking teddy bears murdering an Imperial troop force. Please understand you don't have a leg to stand on here.
I kid you not. So if anyone tries to use that argument, this is well written. This is genius writing. I want you to bring up that scene.
Oh, I will. And I'll also bring up the fact that you glorify a movie that, again, has a bunch of fucking teddy bears murdering an Imperial force. They literally hijacked a fucking Imperial walker. I'm sorry, an AT-AT. My bad. Don't want to look like her dumbass. But let's all talk about how not well written this show is because of rock, paper, scissors, which was to highlight how stupid and childish and young a lot of these rebel insurgents were. So they would do some rock, paper, scissors over it. I don't see the problem with this. Like, dude, this is just sad.
Because it's retarded. So all these guys are.
And so is your review. It's purely retarded. You should really look in the mirror on that one.
Distracted playing rock, paper, scissors. He escapes, gets back to his ship. There's actually some kind of like weird alien dinosaur that knocks a bunch of them out. He gets in his ship and takes off. And as he's flying away, we see that they are on none other than Yavin 4 from A New Hope. Yay, member berries! Yay, yay, yay!
I'm sorry. This is an entire show dedicated to showing the start and rise of the fucking rebellion. And you're calling this member berries? Bitch, that's the base of operations for the rebellion. What? How is that a criticism? I can't with her. She actually makes me lose brain cells. I think I'm losing brain cells. I'm flabbergasted how someone could be this stupid. I hate Star Wars fans. You know, you go back to bullying you motherfuckers, man. Fuck y'all. Y'all didn't deserve fucking Andor. Y'all deserve none of this shit. Let's just give them fucking slop again. Give them the fucking sequel trilogy again. Instead of fucking over Finn, let's fuck over Finn times 2. Let's actually get a black woman stormtrooper that gets fucked over in all this. And then let's have her like kneel down and then like hand Mace Windu's lightsaber to a white guy. That's where I'm at with this shit. Y'all dumb as hell. I don't feel bad for y'all that Luke threw that goddamn saber over his shoulder. Y'all deserve that shit. Y'all deserve to have that replayed in your mind every 5 seconds. I hope that you go to bed thinking about Luke Skywalker taking his dad's fucking blue saber that he slaughtered kids with, by the way, and chucking that bitch over a cliff. I hope that's in your dreams. You deserve it. You deserve that. You deserve that movie. Y'all do not deserve anything better because this is just dumb. This is a stupid review. What the fuck are we doing here? And it's 15 minutes. God, you could have just called it a day at 5. Lord knows you already fucking made your point. Your point being that you're a fucking idiot. Good Lord.
And then what does Andor do the rest of the time? He shows up in the 3rd episode to save Bix and the other dude that's left alive. And that's what he does in these 3 episodes of his own show. I meant it when I said this show was.
So you basically have no idea how this show works because you are a retard. And that's not shocking. I've known you've been that for 5-6 years and you're a fucking idiot. Let's be real. Ain't nobody watching you for your fucking intellect. They're watching you because, again, aforementioned dudes, incels, everyone needs an incel queen. Okay, Miss Anissa Jones of Star Wars. Luckily for her, she didn't ruin her whole entire look with tattoos like Anissa did. I almost pity Anissa, and then I think about, no, I really don't. But anyways, keep going.
Wasn't entertaining. So the rest of the 3
But we knew that. If you had
episodes,
if you had any intelligence over a fucking, like any IQ better than a fucking a drunk crackhead outside your local bar, I had to put that imagery in your head, you would understand that was the point of these episodes for build-up. And then, again, this aged so badly from episodes 4 through 9. What was it, 4 through 12? I forgot how many episodes were in this goddamn show. 4 through 12, right? Got it. Dude, episodes 7 through 9. Oh, my fucking God. Oh, my fucking God. Just God-level shit. You have no idea. God-level shit. God-level shit. Mm. Mm. For real. I had to take a moment to remember how great that shit was. I know Anna was too busy not understanding it or getting the nuances or any of the subtle writing or the buildup or understanding the artistic vision. For an artist, she has the artistic vision of a basically Daredevil. If Daredevil is even more retarded somehow, but it's just so good. Oh my God, 7 through 9. I'd take a moment to appreciate and respect such great, great, great media.
It consists of plot lines from these three women that I have on the screen now. This chick, I can never remember her name, so I'm just going to
You can't even remember Deidre, but you want to talk shit at the show, but you can't even remember Deidre. You absolute stupid human being.
refer to her as Blondie. And then, of course, we have Mon Mothma and Bix.
Ironically, you're the only blondie I see is the actual blonde bimbo that's on my screen that somehow painted her hair brown.
Now, let's just go to Blondie since she's easy. Nothing really happens with her either. So she is now, I guess, dating and living with that dude from season 1 that was, Imperial, and then he was living.
He was absolutely not Imperial. Cyril was not Imperial. Cyril wanted to be Imperial, but Cyril was on a private security sector for like a company that the Empire had jurisdiction over. He was never Imperial. You don't even know what the fuck you're talking about, you absolute imbecile. Again, this is who is ripping on the show. People who don't even know the show. Cyril was never Imperial. You just really, I think he was Imperial in season 2, right? Because sometimes I forget what his real role, but he was Imperial in season 2. But even still, no, actually he wasn't. No, he still wasn't. He's never Imperial. So at the end of the day, what you just said was fucking stupid. No, he was an Imperial. He never went back and forth. He always wanted to be Imperial. He always was loyal to the idea of the Empire for order, structure, and control with peace. Again, you don't know what you're talking about. You don't even know who the character is, and you don't listen to the show. But you're going to rip on it and call it retarded, but you're too stupid to actually understand the first fucking clue. It's insulting. It's really insulting. And the fact that people watch this shit and agree with it because they're so fucking smooth brained, because that's the most of her fucking audience. Again, one of them literally used the tired old excuse of, God, all this other Star Wars has been so bad that people overrate Andor because it looks so much better. No, you fucking moron. Most of us have taste above your 5th grade god awful level because you're a full-fledged retard. That's why you watch this chick. The reason you guys watch this chick is because you're all stupid. Only an idiot would actually watch this chick. There's like people who watch Hassan Piker. You have to be dumb. If you had any bit of intelligence, you'd understand the shit you're watching is just dumb. Your brain cells will be getting rotted from the inside. You think this is like the first bad take she's ever had? I could tell you, it's 6 years worth, guys.
With his mother, for whatever reason, somehow they got together. I must have missed that. And she is at some secret meeting that Krennic, the big bad guy from Rogue One, is holding, and how they want to take over this planet that is making basically their version of silk with these spiders, and they want to take over this planet because the entire planet just mass produce their linens and stuff, and so
my God, you're an idiot.
They just want to take over that planet. And Krennic goes up to her because he's like,
because that was the material used in making the planet blower upper gun. We know what it's called? The Death Star Ray. Right? That's what that was. That's what they were getting materials for. That was the whole point. There's two big time storylines going on here. There was the creation of the Death Star and creating the Death Ray that basically blows up a planet. And then the rise of the rebellion. But yeah, that's why they wanted the silk, because it was all materials. It wasn't just a silk, but the materials on that planet were used to build the Death Star Ray.
Like, you had a plan before I was even done with my sentence. And then she's like, well, you got to do this. Da, da, da. So she's like some evil genius. And then
you are so dumb. It's actually astounding how anyone watches you still. I'm telling y'all, she's like, if she was, she's like as stupid as Anissa Jomha, dude. She's like the Anissa Jomha of Star Wars. I swear to God. Like, sometimes I really think about it. Like you just sound like Anissa with your stupidity. Such a shame.
And it cuts to her and her boyfriend getting ready because his mother is going to come over for dinner. I'm not kidding.
You are an idiot.
That's really what happens. and then the mother's being overbearing, as most mothers are. And once the boy leaves the room, she basically has a one-on-one with the mother, being like, this is how it's going to be, lays down the law, and she obviously wears the pants in the relationship. And that is her plot in.
That's incredible. You absolutely misrepresented this entire scene. And you honestly have no idea why they put that in there. It's to show Cyril's insecurities and flaws, and why Deidre, with her insecurities and flaws, is almost like a yin and yang to him. That you almost have to feel you actually feel something for Deidre in that moment, that she stood up for her man, because that's the only thing she cares about. This is a cold, and I mean cold-hearted female. She was, season 1 had the emotional availability of a rock, of a literal iceberg. She was cold. But the fact that she stood up and showed any of an emotion to stand up for Cyril and didn't kick his mom out of her life, she wanted her in his life because she loves him. You wouldn't get that nuance because, again, you are an imbecile. It's called character development, something you have no idea about because you haven't developed a goddamn fucking a brain in the last 5-6 years of your thankfully dying YouTube career. I've been waiting for this fucking burial, god damn it. Thank God this type of content's dying, because it's just the type of shit that no one needs to fucking kill their brain cells with. You could just take a bunch of crack, guys, versus watching this garbage if you want to kill your brain cells. You'll have more fun with the crack.
3 episodes. Now, Mon Mothma's plot throughout these first 3 episodes is probably the most interesting, just because
I don't. Honestly, he might have. That I can't really. I didn't know if they were truly a part of the Empire or they were using him. I think I assumed he did in the second season because of his girlfriend, because of that. But in the first season, he actually didn't work for the Empire. That was the whole point. They weren't really Empire. They were like a whole subsect division. And even then, it's like that was the whole point. And he never switched over from the Empire. He believed in the Empire and what they were selling, which people didn't understand Cyril's character. Cyril's not evil. Cyril's like a Templar. Cyril believes in order and peace through order. He believes in it to his core. The Templars were never evil in Assassin's Creed, which everyone has this weird idea that is. And honestly, I get why. It's when you play the first few games, you think they're evil because of some of the evil motherfuckers that are in it. But you're looking from a point of view. When you play through, say, I guess you got to use Rogue. Personally, I actually think Assassin's Creed 3 paints the Templars in such a different light that I look back on now older and go, oh, that makes sense. Because I realized that Connor basically undid any progress for his people. He just undid because he actually was tricked into the assassins. And no joke, the Templars were keeping land for the natives. They were working to free slaves. They were doing all these things, if you really thought about it, for their own control. But it was for that reason. They're not truly evil. They just believe in peace in a different method. Cyril is like basically that character. The problem is Cyril didn't want to. That's the problem with Cyril, and it's the problem with Deirdre. Deirdre is radical. Cyril is not. If I were to compare characters, Cyril is Shay. Deirdre is completely and absolutely straight up. What's a character you can think of? Jorma. Deirdre is Jorma. Where Jorma, being the piece of shit that he was, if you played Assassin's Creed Unity, wanted to bring down the downfall of the Templars and Assassins to bring in the old age of the old tenets of the Templars through France. Through Francois. It's crazy, right? Jorma. Well, people, that's who she is. That's why it didn't work out. Honestly. Deirdre was radical. So radical, even the Empire had to put her down. I always said this, that Unity is one of my favorite games that no one talks about because they ruined it at launch. But the storyline, the more I play it, the more incredible it gets. Phenomenal work, actually. Phenomenal work. I gotta probably replay that game again, don't I? Like, that's the problem with Cyril. Cyril was not radical. Cyril was not believing in control by genocide. He didn't believe in control by genocide, control by murder. He wanted to do things in his way, in his mind, the right way. That's what makes Cyril one of my favorite characters. Shame he had to die, but that is why he's one of my. He has to end that way for someone like that.
Because there's the most going on. She is preparing for her daughter's wedding. So her daughter gets married in the 3rd episode, but the first 2 episodes are like all the prep and setting up all the social dynamics for the 3rd episode, which is the wedding, and her trying to be a good mom and like her daughter just completely giving her the cold shoulder while also dealing with Stellan Skarsgård and then her old friend who I guess is about to turn on her. And the big like plot twist at the end is Stellan Skarsgård is basically like, he's a liability, and she's like, but I've known him my whole life. And basically that friend gets into a car or a speeder and is most likely never going to be seen or heard from again. And that's how it was implied. So Mon Mothma's whole plot arc is that she has to kill off one of her friends because he's a liability and could potentially betray the fact that she has been financing the Rebel Alliance. So like I said, she probably has the most entertaining plot arc, and I use this term
So, to explain, if you had any... Oh, Jesus Christ. The whole point of that is to show you making choices is what makes the rebellion. You have to make tough, horrible choices that you don't want to make, but you have to make them for the greater good. So that's why Mon Mothma in that episode was dancing out of her fucking mind, drinking to cope with the fact that she just got her friend killed. But she had to. You have to make that choice for the greater good. This again comes down to a lot of choices in Star Wars that have never been made. I'm looking at you, Mace Windu, for talking to a stupid ass. I would have cut that guy's head off, but that's just me. That's just me. A lot of choices had to be made. Maybe Obi-Wan should have just fucking finished off Anakin and cut his head off. If it was Cal Kestis, he would have unloaded the... Again, Cal doesn't hesitate. Let's see. If I were to look at it, Cal... I mean, the first game, he technically didn't kill anyone. Isn't that crazy? He didn't kill anyone in Fallen Order, technically. You thought you killed that dumb bitch, Ninth Sister, but you didn't. Because she came back. Like Palpatine. Somehow she came back. Then we killed her by cutting her head off. No hesitation. So, if you look at the hit list in Survivor, he cut her head off. He then decides to... he then kills Ravis. And, I mean... That's tough to do. He killed a fucking Gendai that killed multiple High Republic Jedi. Cut his head off. Cut his head off. This is why I gave him the purple saber at the end of the day. I actually remade Mace Windu's saber for Cal because I'm like, this is what needs to happen up in this shit. We need this type of mentality. He cut his head off. I shit you not, just... And then kills Dagon by using the dark side to trick him. Epic, by the way. That shit was hilarious. I'm like, damn, he just played you. And then kills Bode by double tapping his ass. Yeah, see? I'm telling you, man. You gotta be like, Cal, decisions, bro. But anyways, back to my point. That was the whole point. Mon Mothma had to make a tough choice that ultimately that made her think like, man, maybe I'm no better than fucking him. Which you have to understand, that's the point. Choices and awful things had to be done for the greater good of the galaxy. And they still managed to fuck up anyways in the long run somehow anyhow with the New Republic. Because why the fuck not? I'm pressing the wrong button.
Very, very loosely, because even it's not very fun or entertaining to watch.
I'm so sorry. That character development and storyline building is not fun for you. But not everything is murder bears and fucking... Jesus Christ, bro. Like, that's the whole point. You're waiting.
But now let's get on to Bix, the whammon of the hour, the
How is she a whammon? Dude, it's 2025. Like, no one talks like this. No SJWs ain't doing shit like this no more, bro. Talking about wrong path. They're just calling everyone Zionist now, guys. Come on, wake up.
Victim of the week, as Disney is probably going to drag it on until the end of time.
I'm sorry, but they really didn't. And I have no idea why we're trivializing this. Why is this scene such a problem? God, we cannot have Star Wars grow up because people don't want to grow up. That's what it comes down to.
We even had the director of the show come out and say that everyone is actually a product of grape. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want some random dude I've never met before speaking on my behalf, trying to talk about my life experience.
The fact that you took like this, first of all, let me rewind this just to tell you how stupid this is.
A product of grape. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want some random dude I've never met before speaking on my behalf, trying to talk about my life experiences.
I'm so sorry, but do you think that women are the only ones to deal with that? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, it can happen to anyone. Now, granted, percentages and whatever, we all know what shit happens more to. But you understand that there is a story with a wrestler. His name is Keith Lee. He is well over 300 fucking pounds. This man is a fucking tank. He was raped. Now, granted, technically we don't really know by his story because the story doesn't really definitively say, but I don't know. You guys tell me if you wake up naked, face down, remembering nothing from the night before with a woman you were just talking to for like a good few minutes. You tell me what happened. It's called getting drugged. So I don't know where you got that idea from. I don't know why you decided to go off on that. Okay. All right. Go ahead. You do you.
This just shows how like out of touch these people are, and it actually makes a lot of sense to me why the show is so bad if that is the
Jesus Christ, you're dumb.
person that is in charge of making it. Says a lot. But whatever. If that's
I cannot believe that you actually made this point, and that's your point. All right, you want to end with that point? Go ahead. That's your point. Go ahead. I'm blown away by this. Like, you're gonna rip on a show, like you can't. Okay.
That's the hill that they want to die on. There's this famous quote where it's like, "Don't correct your enemies when they're making a mistake." I'm just gonna let them have this one. Whatever, dude. Great job. But so,
God, I could have done that the entire time, huh? I had to correct her like 17 billion times, and I could have just done that, huh? Nah, that's fun. But okay, ironic, but all right. Here we go again. By the way, I'm not saying congratulations, man. Fuck the Edmonton Oilers. Fuck Canada. I hope those motherfuckers lose again. I hope Canada loses again. Doesn't really matter. But fuck Edmonton. I don't like those motherfuckers. Take another L. That's what I feel. Go Panthers. Anyways, anywho, this is stupid. Like, your whole point was to basically bash the idea of that statement without even realizing that you, first of all, you know what? No, explaining it's just dumb. I already explained it once. I don't need to explain it again. It's just like, dude, this is just you basically having to look at anything and just trying to slander the show based on literally nothing. And again, you don't even know how Andor works. Again, I don't know why people are surprised the way the show went. I knew it going in before the season. The first 3 episodes are going to be slow as shit. It's going to be a grind.
let's get on to her plot. So it's her and 2 other dudes that I vaguely remember from season 1. That's how memorable the show was. It's like I'm grasping at straws to try to remember these people, and I had to watch.
That's because you have the attention span of a goldfish. You know what? Fuck that. Fuck this. I can't watch that shit no more. I can't take it. Forget it. I want to actually see how she's going to absolutely shit. It was like, no. Did she have the fucking, I want to see episodes 7 through 9. Don't tell me you sat there and cowered it out. Oh no, she did this one too. Look at, oh man, remember she used to actually have good views? Ha, told you, man.
What's about the vegetables droids?
People got sick of this shit, y'all. People got sick of this shit. LA is getting worse. Again? Really? Leaflet? Man, girls getting infinite content over there. I don't even like VTubers, man. I don't. I'm not a VTuber guy. I'm just not. VTubers just don't do it. I could watch Nux, but the only reason I watch Nux is because I genuinely hate Hassan on a level you can't understand. I have hated Hassan for 6 years. I hated him when he was a wannabe punk bitch, lightweight socialist. All commies hated him, by the way. Y'all think that he's down with this cause bullshit? You have no idea. You should ask some real communists what they think of that fucking cocksucker. They hate him. But I've hated that dude for 6 fucking years. And it's been for like varying different reasons. I remember before this because I thought he was some rich, spoiled, dumb fuck that just said dumb shit to pander to a bunch of dumb fucks. Now he's just saying radically awful shit that's inciting stupidity and violence to a crowd of dumb fucks. It's like it's evolved to a dumber level, and he's screwing over creators on Twitch. I feel for Twitch creators how you have to sit there and deal with this asshole fucking over your shit because he's radical. Poor, that sucks, dude. All the ad revenue on Twitch is gone because of Hassan Piker single-handedly and his crew of idiots. I would settle for Hassan if they at least banned Mike from PA. Not because I actually give a shit about that guy's opinion. I don't think anyone does. That guy's a fucking lame ass. And he's like the Ian Jomha of the entire group, even though Ian Jomha is an Ian Jomha of the group. But he's worse than Ian, in my opinion, in terms of the cuck meter. I just don't like him to an extent to where it's like, if you could just ban him for the shits and giggles of it, I would actually forgive you. I would actually stream on Twitch right now if they banned Mike from PA for just that reason, for that petty enjoyment of laughing at Mike from PA. But then again, Mike from PA existence is just worthy of being laughed at anyways. By the way, don't dox him, guys. Don't dox Mike from PA. Oh, God, if you dox Mike from Pennsylvania. Oh, I did it.
And Wookiees, it's Anna, also known as Star Wars Girl, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the Andor series finale. Now,
Note she did not talk about episode 7 through 9. I find that a little interesting. How you didn't want to say a thing about that because you knew what was going to happen to you. You knew it was going to happen, bruh. But then again, if y'all want to read the comments first before we get into this, because I always love laughing at comments. I'm glad people are turning on these kinds of grifters. This video is fascinating. I don't know if she's playing a part or actually a moron. Believe me, it's a bit of both. She is what she used to hate. A shill, but a shill for anti-Disney. Actually, let me talk about that real quick. You know what's crazy about Anna? And before I get into this, Anna could have wanted to work for Disney. This is true shit. Anna wanted to work for Disney. The problem is Anna didn't. I guess Anna, with her stupidity, didn't realize that, hey, maybe doing all this shit to make your name off of shitting on Disney wasn't going to be a good look. You know, career-wise, if you wanted to be an artist for Disney, you imbecile. But because Anna is an idiot, it fucked up her chances. Do I think Anna was talented enough to make it as Disney as an artist? Make it to Disney? Oh, I can't speak. Make it to Disney as an artist? Yes. But do I feel bad? Do I think it was unjust that they didn't take her? Fuck no. She's an idiot. Who told you to fucking rip the damn product every 14 seconds? Being honest is different. And her and Star Wars Theory are just dumb. You fucking fumbled the bag. You fumbled the real bag. Such a shame, dog. Such a shame. See, you gotta be like Nux. At least Nux is just like, I don't give a shit to begin with. I'm just gonna be a blue retard. All 7 swing states. Still funny. That is still funny. I absolutely can't believe these points. What the hell are these criticisms? You don't focus on the subtext, on the work. Dude, subtext in this chick, they don't work. On the logistics of the events presented, how all character stories are handled and resolved. Yeah, dude, preach to the choir. This is not an analysis. It's some random, unfiltered thoughts recorded. That's kind of most of YouTube. Even mine are just random, unfiltered thoughts at this point. This doesn't contribute to anything. You just want to show. You just want to hate the show so bad you can't even work on decent criticisms. Oh yeah, DJ. Oh dear God, I'm not reading all that. Okay, dog, I got it. Dear Lord, buddy, he went in guns blazing. I can't read all that right now. I got to get through a bunch of comments. A lot of people in these comments are actually trying to engage with this video like she made any coherent points. Going like, sure, but I thought it was pretty good. Like, no, why are you trying to compromise here? This video is nothing but bad faith complaints and rage bait. We all know Andor is an incredible show, but this, quote, creator has made a career of hating Disney Star Wars, so a good show doesn't fit her narrative. God damn. Dude, they're cooking her like fucking barbecue right now. Oh, man. I remember when Anna used to be like, Anna's going out sad, man. She's going out sad, dog. I waited for years for this moment. Y'all, I've been 50 Cent, bro. I've been the 50 Cent of this whole thing. See, I love the thing I love about 50 Cent. Whether you're up or whether you're down, 50 gonna kick you. And I am on that level where I will kick you no matter what. I don't care if you're up, whether you're down, I'm gonna kick you. That's why I love 50. So good for 50. Boy is just going in on fucking Diddy right now. It's like his Christmas. It's hilarious. People like you honestly inspire me. Knowing someone who genuinely doesn't understand subtext as to what's going on, having hundreds of thousands of followers, believe me, those are all dead followers. I mean, am I wrong? Makes me feel like anyone can succeed. Well, Osmongold has like millions of followers, and Osmongold hasn't showered in 13 fucking years, so I'm sorry. I know that's it. I might get some backlash. I don't really give a fuck. Thank you for making me feel better about myself, Anna. Yo, this is the type of shit that honestly makes me so glad that I'm such a hater. You know what it is? You know what it is? I gotta start covering some Kino Casino clips. I love watching Kino Casino. Those two motherfuckers are hilarious, and I love haters, bro. You gotta bring back true haters, not the type of haters that gotta be all full of shit and just doing it for an agenda. Like remember when Ethan Klein was actually kind of fun, bro? Like this is what it feels like watching Ethan Klein shit on Anissa and Ian. Not Ian Klein. Did I say Ian Klein? Fuck me. Ethan Klein trying to be something he's not. Where he's just trying to be just trying to speak for political issues, and no one cares, bro. I came here to watch you fucking humiliate and bully. I'm sorry for my speaker. It's really annoying. Logitech, bro. I don't get you. I didn't come here to watch you speak for political issues. I came to see you watch you bully people like Ian and Anissa. You piece of shit. Do your job. Bring back some true hatred. That's why I love Kino Casino. If you guys haven't seen them, you can find them on Kick. I know people may like or hate Kick. I don't really care. There's also a clip channel, Kino Casino clips. You can look that up and watch them. They have they put on like 30 to 2 hour sections of the podcast. Those two were genuinely fucking hilarious, dude. I have never laughed so fucking hard in my life watching those two. Shout out to Ashton and Andy. You guys are great. The AA shotguns, I need that. Those two are what we need. Also, their coverage of Ian and Anissa is also hilarious. I don't care. It's like one of my straight up, and I don't care saying this. It is truly my true guilty pleasure. It's insulting that I love that shit, but goddamn do I love laughing at Ian and Anissa. It makes me feel good about myself. Because I've always hated iDubbbz. I've hated iDubbbz even when he was great. I thought he was a fucking asshole douchebag. I thought, dude, this guy's a fucking prick, and all he does is inspire stupid-ass kids in high school around me to be stupid. And now I just wish he'd go back to that, because holy shit, I didn't know how good we had it. Anyways, everyone has bitched for a decade about Disney having good writers, and we've all bitched about the canon breaking to no end. Well, here's the opposite of that, and it's still not good enough. The show was peak Star Wars. I loved all the deep dialogue, the suspense, the betrayals, the awakenings, the story. I guess nothing is good enough for some people. It was perfect for me. That's the problem, though. You have to understand that these people haven't understood that their rage bait content's dying. You see, there's a reason Snarky J praised this show. There's a reason certain YouTubers praise the show. You're like, huh, okay. Rage bait's dying. It is. In fact, this type of content in general is dying. Here's an example. Remember, like, people don't give a fuck about internet opinion so much now that Lilo and Stitch is about to make $1 billion, and everyone on the internet hates that fucking movie, and nobody gives a shit. Hey, it wasn't really that bad. Everyone's like overblowing it. I watched it, guys. Did I like the changes? I would tell you the one I hated. Jumbo was terrible because Zach Galifianakis is horrible. He's not funny. He was only funny in The Hangover because it was the absolute idea of watching Zach Galifianakis get the shit kicked out of him is genuinely more hilarious than Zach Galifianakis trying to be funny. I shit you not. I enjoy watching Chow make fun of the fact that he's fat and then also seeing Zach Galifianakis get a taser shoved in his damn face. That's funny. Zach Galifianakis is not funny, though. I've said it 1,000 times. He's never been funny to me. Sorry, Alan. You've never been funny. So that I didn't like. Jumba I hated. The rest of it, like, dude, the whole portrayal actually made more sense to me. The problem that people have is when you show any bit of realism into Disney Star Wars, Disney Star Wars, into Disney, people lose their shit. Yeah, realistically, guys, does it really make sense that Nani was able to do the following? Keep a household together, take care of an alien and a fucking child, make ends meet to do that while not really working a job that would sustain that. Also, take care of an alien and a child at her young age. You didn't realize Nani was like a teenager, right? Not a grown ass 25-year-old fucking woman. Sorry, the movie actually sat there and portrayed that kind of correctly, but realism sucks. Yes, the reality sucks that realistically, if you had the chance as a teenage girl that didn't have the fucking way to make a life for your little sister, to make sure she's with a nearby family that you can still be in her life with, you're always gonna do that. So if people don't like that messaging, A, grow the fuck up, start paying attention to the real fucking world, and B, well, B is you're a bitch. Stop being a bitch. You don't have to like the movie. I get it. But Jesus fucking Christ. Like, you guys are some of the biggest over-the-top narcissists ever. That's all the internet is. It's narcissism. And it's like, dude, I can't stand it no more. It's legitimately mentally taxing having to stomach these people. And all I have to do is just block them anyways. Imagine real life. I can only imagine how people look at some of these fuckers in real life. They probably got a gag being around them. But that's just me. And probably everyone. Anyone notice how she didn't do a review? That's what I pointed out, nigga. Yeah. Yeah. She didn't do a review video for episode 7 to 9. Yeah. She knew she'd be absolutely flamed for that. And damn, 4.4K views, more than 200K subs. Can't say I'm surprised when people see through the rage bait. I mean, Anna ran her course. Her time is over. She didn't actually grow and evolve. See, that's the thing. People like Snarky J are smart. I can't even bring up Snarky J and all this too much. I'm sorry. But you guys know why they ripped on fucking Star Wars Theory? Because they understand this content's dying. So when you have people like this coming up, ruining the whole flow, they're like, bro, we're trying to kind of have our career survive beyond this point. Because if we don't start nuancing our takes, we're going to fall off. Lo and behold. Now, granted, it doesn't mean you can't shit on things like the fucking Acolyte, which is fucking awful. I mean, I like Queemere. I like Queemere. The rest of that shit, and Jackie. And Saul. The rest of y'all could have fucking get perished for all the fuck I care. I couldn't stand those motherfuckers. I hated that entire fucking show. I hated every second of it. Every nanosecond of that show was painful. Except for watching Queemere kill every one of my problems in that show. Except for Jackie. I didn't like that shit. You could have killed fucking Osha in May, but I guess that wasn't the point. Yeah, give me the lightsaber. I'll do it for us. I can't stand Amanda Stenberg. Who the fuck named her that? I swear to God, y'all must have sat there and did that for bullshit posturing purposes. You based it on Nelson Mandela's name, huh? Mandela. Shut the fuck up. Bullshit. Corny ass name. Say Amanda. How hard is that? She knew yeah. It's not really clear she knew she was pregnant or not. Let's say she did know. It doesn't change anything because the four soothsayer women said it could Andor had a vital role to play in the future of the rebellion, and Bix believed it to be true. That is why she made the sacrifice. It turned out to be right because he would eventually help her. That is what happened. If you guys didn't see the whole parallel shot of watching her look out into the sky with the baby, which is just like, by the way, the other parallel that makes me actually kind of almost want to tear up. When I forget Stellan Skarsgård. Damn, I forgot his name now. She's killing my brain cells. Fuck! Oh no! Remember he's having that incredible and passionate speech, and he's like, I do this to die for a sunset, basically. I'm just paraphrasing. I do this to die for a sunset that I will never see. Do you realize that Andor died pretty much on a sunset, if you think about it? That was like the whole point. That it was the sunset. That right there, and then the parallel shot with him hugging Jyn Erso before they get, eviscerated by the basically the nuclear bomb. We'll say it's a nuclear bomb, a Star Wars nuke at this point. I mean, it's an energy blast, but I'll just call it what it is. and him hugging her, and basically that parallel shot, watching that come come upon the horizon, and then they did that same parallel shot basically with her looking at the horizon with the baby. Dude, you can't get better than that. Oh my god, this just goes to show Andor's not meant to be watched by stupid people. Ouch. Y'all are just vicious. I'm proud of you guys. I'm sorry you didn't like it. I really enjoyed it. I've been around it since 1975. This show is the first time I've been happy for a long time. Damn, bro. Andor wasn't made to be a Fortnite skin cosplay girl bait. God damn. A mass-produced toy craze. Oh yeah, okay. No, 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 no. You need to silence that real quick. Oh yes, it's gonna sell toys, sweetheart. It's still made to sell toys. Let's retract that. Yes, it is. You know how I know? I may have almost bought one. Almost bought an Andor, and I didn't. Almost bought a Krennic, and I didn't, and then now they're gone. Damn me! Damn me for that. Damn me! Damn me! Damn me! Anyways, or to please the typical TikTok scrolling addict. Oh, okay. It was just that image is funny to me. It was made to tell a good, mature story for adult fans. Jedi Survivor, by the way, I'm plugging that. Out there who have the patience to appreciate a well-developed story. Thank you. A story with well-developed characters, a plot line that makes sense, all while giving its respect to what a real rebellion would feel like. This was a real time in the Star Wars universe where the Jedi, Sith, and Force were largely thought as a myth and legend. That's true, by the way, because that was I was referenced in A New Hope. That was the point. Phenomenal comment. Like my good man. I can see why this would not amuse her. It was made for adults, not kids. Oh! God. I lived. I was her biggest hater for the first, like for 2-3 years because of the stupid shit that would come out of her mouth. Thank you. I feel vindicated right now. I was going to cry. The hater watch has been successful. In all seriousness, though, god damn. Come on, guys. Not her fault for having a 12-year-old brain. The Acolyte. Oh, come. Okay, I'm not going to have this slander, okay? I hate Anna, honestly. You damn well know she didn't like the Acolyte. Come on. You damn well know she didn't like the Acolyte. No one did. Everyone hated the Acolyte. Come on, guys. Personally, I find Andor superior to the prequels. I'd say Revenge of the Sith, I still have a personal more of a favorite attachment to, because it was the entire genocide of the Jedi right there in my face. And it was so dark. So dark. I gotta take a moment to think about that. You have to understand, as a kid, when you're watching that for the first time, you're watching all the Jedi that you kind of grew to kind of like over the years, even if you didn't see them that much. You realize the whole, like, even as a kid, maybe adults didn't like this scene, but kids love the scene of the warrior arena. I don't fucking the gladiator arena. My God, in a Attack of the Clones with all the Jedi coming down, to watch them all get mowed down and murdered. You have to understand how dark and fucked up that is, man. That's why I still hold it above L. I will say, if Revenge of the Sith had competent Star Wars fucking dialogue, if it had competent dialogue and maybe took 30 more minutes to flesh out a few more things with Anakin and his path to the dark side, 30 more minutes, it would be the greatest Star Wars material of all time. It's still up there. Even over Andor for me personally, because of the fact that they went to a level I didn't think you could actually do at the time. I knew Star Wars could get dark. And we saw that in Return of the Jedi. But to actually show us the Jedi erasure, you have to understand that is fucking dark. Nothing will ever beat. Though I will say, I smiled when Cal Mundy got murdered. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that penis-headed fuck. Fucking arrogant blowhard. You got what you deserved, sir. I smiled. But they killed my boy Plo Koon, and I can't forgive that. Fuck the motherfuckers. I slaughter these motherfuckers in Jedi Survivor for what they did to Plo Koon. I will never forgive that. My boy Plo Koon should have made it. They killed my boy Plo Koon. They killed my boy Mr. T'Pol. They took Seer from me. They killed everyone. I'll never forgive the Empire. Fuck them motherfuckers, bro. So you damn right I was happy when they blew up that Death Star. All y'all got what you deserved. Anyways, though. Your review isn't faithful. You hated the show from the beginning. You weren't paying attention to anything the show was giving you. Star Wars Theory and you are the reason we are going to be stuck with a bunch of cute toys and dumb dialogue. Hey, leave the toys alone. I collect assholes. Shut up. Watch more movies, please. Ouch. Andor is some of the best story we've got. As Star Wars, it's not as the OT or prequels, but it's a I'll tell you, man. Other than to me, other than like Revenge of the Sith, but if we're gonna be realistic, other than Empire Strikes Back, yeah, it's right there, dude. It's right there. No shit. Oh, Empire Strikes Back is so good. The problem is I came in an era where Empire Strikes Back impact wasn't gonna hit me because everyone already knew. Like I already knew before watching Empire Strikes Back that Luke was the son of Vader. Everyone already knew. It sucks, man. That sucks. I would love to have been at the time where I absolutely didn't know jack shit about Luke Skywalker and his dad. The look on my face would have been priceless. Could you imagine not telling your kid about any of this shit and you just have them watch this whole thing and they're just like, what? No, absolutely not. I don't believe this. Yes, child. It's true. Search your feelings. And you see the look on their face of pure just horror and shock. That is what cinema's made for, damn it. But unfortunately. I will say though, Dune is right there. Dune is just giving me them feelings, man. Oh, when he said silence to them dumb fucking witch bitches, so them shut their asses up. And they actually felt the impact of that shut the fuck up. I felt something, man. I felt that. Thank you, Dune, for giving me the feels again. She couldn't understand Dune, by the way. She tried to rip on Dune too. FYI. If you're struggling with Andor, don't worry. You always have the Mandalorian. I'm sure it feels a lot more like Star Wars. Oh shit! You must be new here. She actually does hate on the Mandalorian. I don't think she likes anything. So I had the problem. She mentioned her nitpicks to me. Smiles better than Acolyte. I mean, if I can tell you this right fucking now, literally anything's better than the Acolyte. Watching, literally, straight up, just talking to BD in Jedi Fallen Order is better than the Acolyte. Just being honest. You did not understand what the show was about, did you? Didn't you? It's about human arc of sacrifice for a greater cause, but you do not understand that. Go watch Ahsoka. Maybe you'd like it. There are lightsabers in it. Y'all gotta stop ripping Ahsoka, man. Like, it's not that bad. It's not great. But y'all act like it's like the worst thing ever. I'm like, dude, I could tell y'all a lot worse. It could have been better. It actually wasn't that bad. I actually like what they were going for. The problem I have with Ahsoka is they had Rosario Dawson act reserved. I'm like, that's not. It bothered me because there was like a scene that hit me emotionally when she comes down in her heroic landing, and she basically and you know Sabine shocked to see her, and Ahsoka's like, and miss this? That's Ahsoka in a nutshell. That smile hugging Ezra, that's Ahsoka. That's Ahsoka. Not Ahsoka being reserved, stoic, and mad. That's Anakin, not Ahsoka. All right? That's Anakin, not Ahsoka. There's a difference. So they try to make it too much like Anakin, which I guess would have been better if you acknowledge that, but it's just out of nowhere, and it's just so off-putting. You know what I mean? That's not Ahsoka. All right? It's just not. Yeah. You know, when I watch that show, that's not Ahsoka to me. That's one of the issues I had. But dude, I won't even lie to you. There are scenes that hit me emotionally. Seeing Ezra again, I cried. Y'all can suck a dick. I cried. I sat there and teared up. That was phenomenal. It hit really well. And the guy, and Esmondi is his name. That's Ezra. That dude is a perfect Ezra. Phenomenal job. Even the scene, which I thought was a little bit fucking way too rushed, way too underdone, when he came back and saw Hera. Dude, when Chopper was the first one, dude, I started tearing up. You get to understand. When you watch all of Rebels and you get that feel of the bond between all of them, but Chopper and Ezra especially trying to kill each other throughout that entire show. But Chopper was ride or die with Ezra, if you think about it. Remember that Maul episode where Maul got murked by Obi-Wan, which is also phenomenal writing if you paid attention to basically certain things. The stance Obi-Wan took, the basic Jedi stance, basically insinuating he had learned from his mistakes. Maul, same stance, didn't learn a damn thing. But also, Maul came in with the same exact move that he used to kill Qui-Gon. He went with the same move, and Obi-Wan made him pay for it. That is how you write. That's how you fucking write. That scene hits. But Chopper basically, until his battery died out, I'm pretty sure, followed Ezra. So it hit me emotionally to see that Chopper knew that stormtrooper walking out of ship was Ezra. He knew. He's like, in the best part, he's like, hey, it's Ezra. He's playing a joke. Like, that was perfect. That was perfect. The writers, I think, how would I put this? Because there's a lot of ways to, in my estimation, describe Ahsoka. The writers had their hearts in the right place. They just didn't understand to execute certain things. But you would be lying to yourself. You didn't think there were some good parts of Ahsoka. Baylan was a phenomenal character. Baylan Skoll is one of the best characters in the last 20 years of Star Wars, in my opinion. The problem is we lost Rey. But I know his buddy is doing the role, and he's gonna kill it. I'm telling you, he's gonna fucking murder that role, and it's gonna be emotional, man. It's gonna be an emotional ride. I'm watching season 2 for that. There are some good parts to Ahsoka. The problem with Ahsoka was the bad parts that were there too. The choreography was pretty bad. Wasn't big on the whole Night Sister shit with the way it wasn't really explained too well. And I'm a Night Sister fan. All right, Marin is a Night Sister badass extraordinaire. To think that all these stories hinged up because General Grievous is a giant, massive dick is awesome. By the way, I almost got murdered in Dathomir because of that guy, bastard. Only fitting got blasted with a blaster. As I wanted to shoot him with a blast the whole time. I hate Grievous, dickhead. You know how much fucking damn trouble I went through on Dathomir because that fucking chick thought that it was a Jedi that did all those murders when it was just Grievous the whole time. Fucking amazing. If you think the last 3 episodes of Andor are boring, it's because you are a boring person. Ouch. You are such a negative person. The IMDb ratings don't lie. People like it, and you're upset because for once Disney made a product that was original and great. No, it's not fast paced and it's adult themed. Give Disney credit for giving us different Star Wars shows that are diverse. Ow. This is insane slander right now. I'm loving this. Wow, your inability to register nuance, depth, and subtlety in characters in storytelling is truly mind-blowing. I was there in the theaters in 75. There in the theaters through the sequels and prequels. I suffered through the hot garbage of the vast majority of Disney Star Wars. Brother, I know that. Having said that, I'm of the opinion that Andor is some of the finest Star Wars content ever created. Rich, deep, complex, and faithful to the world and characters in a way that few productions have been. I haven't felt this excited about the Star Wars IP since the original trilogy, and that's not hyperbole. God, does it feel good to have enjoyed Star Wars once again. But hey, I confess I'm old, and Andor is definitely for grown-ups. Perhaps when you're older, you'll develop a more... Yeah, not going to happen. She's like 20. She's like damn near 30, bro. It's over. It's done. She's cooked. She's Anissa. Accept it. This is a good series with great dialogue. The sets and sights are amazing. I had a good time watching. The boring argument is a bad one. Andor was made for adults. That's another thing I've been talking about. Andor is so good because it's made for adults. Again, this is why I love Jedi Survivor. For once, I didn't play... And by the way, Fallen Order to an extent, too, was very adult themed, by the way. But that was through the lens of a 17-year-old and kind of rediscovering the hope and love. I will tell you guys a story because I'm going to end this shit actually right now because I think I've made my point. I think the comments made my point, actually. I didn't have to watch the video. I gave up on this franchise after the Rise of Skywalker, which was basically just, we are sorry for the second movie. Here's fan service. It was awful, right? And I gave up. I was like, dude, this franchise sucks. I'm out. Then Fallen Order comes out, and I'm like, oh, they can edit your lightsaber? Yeah, I'll play it. Let's see what happens. Fuck it. Safe to say that that game has changed everything in my terms of viewpoint of Star Wars. That game saved my love for this franchise. That character saved my love for this franchise. You have to understand, I've grown up with Cameron Monaghan for a large part of my life, since I was 17 years old. Shout out to Ian, by the way. Ian fucking Gallagher, the GOAT. That's why he's Cal. That's why he's 0.50. That's why he's 50 Cal Bear, 50 Cal Kestis, and Caliber Kestis, baby. And I love that character. By the way, Cameron Monaghan is a phenomenal actor. He deserves to have a shot in Star Wars live action. I will push that agenda every day for the rest of my life if I have to. And I love the fact that that game saved me, because there was one scene that got me. Is BD. It's Cal is down and out in this, and that's the thing that sucks about that really sucks about watching about this game sometimes, is when I play Fallen Order, because I'm trying to replay it now. I'm not doing it right now at the moment, taking a minute from it, because God, that game is, compared to Survivor, that game is tough to get through. A lot of shit that you can't do that you're like, wait, what the fuck? I can't do this. I can't do that, and you're like, oh, this sucks. But there's a scene when you're on Ilum. If you don't know what Ilum is, it's basically where young Jedi go to get their kyber crystals and basically find out if they're going to be Jedis or what type of Jedi they're going to be. And they will be given their crystals, because they have to go find their crystals, and the crystal has to choose them. It's a whole fucking process. Obviously, in Star Wars, everything has to be a lengthy fucking process. And this is during the time of the Empire, and they're just harvesting the planet, bro. You need to sneak around, and Cal finds his crystal, and it snaps in two. And he basically, at this moment, it's like, it's over. Fuck, it's done. My crystal's broken. What the fuck do I do? There's this scene. Beatty gets off of Cal. He just walks all the way over. Beatty projects this entire hologram message from Eno Cardova. The scene is worse now after playing Survivor because of the way this all ended. Well, the way everything went down in Survivor. Fuck you, Bode. I'm glad I shot you 2 times. If it was up to me, I would have fucking emptied the clip. He projects Eno Cardova talking about having to leave Beatty and leaving all these encrypted memories with him until you find someone that you trust, that you believe in. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. You have to understand, it's a big moment in my life, actually, playing this game. Until you find a moment you believe in, a person you believe in, that you believe that there's hope for this galaxy, that you believe will do something good with these recordings. Until you trust someone like you trusted me. And he left him on Bogano in exile because Beatty agreed to that. And Cal basically says, you risked your memories for me. That's when I realized, man, there's still hope to this dumbass fucking franchise. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional. And you gotta understand, man, like, certain things hit you because they're so well written. And that's when he basically went to work and rebuilt his lightsaber from scratch again with Sears parts, which is so fitting, by the way. And that is one of the reasons I still care about this franchise to this day. Because right now, I could be telling you I didn't give a fuck. Everyone has their moment, maybe. Everyone's moment's Luke or whatever. Luke, I did tear up a little bit at, but nah. Luke was not my character. Anakin, I grew up with, not my character. Never related. That character's my character. And that's why I love that character. That's how you write. And it's a damn shame EA fucking sucks donkey dick. And I might never get the 3rd game at this rate. But that's the meaning of Star Wars, in my opinion. That scene right there. When he said, I started like straight sobbing when he said when BD like kind of put his head down after the recording because he felt so sad. Which is why I actually started tearing up again in Jedi Survivor when the door and when you're in Jeddah and you're going basically to the base and the gate opens, and then I see the boots and it's Cardova, right? But you see the boots, you're like, wait, who is that? Wait a minute. And then BD gets down off a cow and he's like, wait a minute. I'm like, and I'm sitting there thinking, no, that can't be. That can't be. And BD gets on Cardova's shoulder. I had to pause the game and tear up a little bit and wipe a tear away. Because that right there, that was awesome. After everything in Fallen Order, it was so good to get some happiness. And then they subsequently break your heart again because, again, fuck Bode. By the way, everyone talks about, man, I saw that coming. And then I'm like, you sure you saw that coming, buddy? Did you really see the real twist? Because that wasn't the twist, by the way, of that game. The twist was Bode being a fucking treacherous Jedi of the whole time. Him being a Jedi was the entire thing. And everyone has a problem with how couldn't anyone sense the Force signature? How couldn't Dagan sense the Force signature? To explain, Jedi Republic spies are trained heavily to hide their Force signature. So, no one actually would know to begin with because Bode is trained to hide his Force signature. But yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to just let people know that. Yeah, but like, we all have our reasons for still watching Star Wars. I just feel bad that some of you can't find any joy in it still. And it's just like, I ask you this, why don't you just give up on it and be done? Until you find something that maybe gets you back into it. It happened with me. I gave up on this franchise. Sorry I had to tear up and cry at the end of this. I didn't think I'd be emotional about that scene, but it was a different point in my life, so yeah. But anyways, if you enjoyed this video and like, subscribe, whatever, and ring the bell. I don't know. Do you have to ring the bell for me? You don't have to do that. But see ya, or whatever. Loud music incoming.
Hype shit, never hype, bitch. No, now that you're dealing with a crisis. Never been nice, nigga. I'm a thrift store kid, real fly, nigga. Haven't seen the show till you see me live, nigga. At 23, soul dreams to my side, nigga. See God when you look me in my eyes, nigga. Learn from Yada when I touch the sky, nigga. 50 when I roll to survive, nigga. Fast forward 7 years, low ties, nigga. Stayed in my own lane, never sidetrack. I serve, let me prep it, let me dice that. You lick a rodents when I fell into my mind trap. And you can send a diss, I will never write back. Never lack, still whipping main pro.